Hello, and welcome back to the Groundbreaker International YouTube channel. It's good to be back with you here once again, as always. In this video, we are going to be talking about the Hebrew word for month. It's the word Chodesh, and it is absolutely packed with some very critical information concerning the way that God operates within the times and seasons and how He sets those things into place. So I cannot wait to teach you this today. Let's get right into it. So the word for month in Hebrew is the word Chodesh. And the beginning of the month is called Rosh Chodesh. And that is the beginning or the head of the month or the head of the new lunar cycle. So this word Chodesh actually means to renew or something to be repaired or renewed. Even the original word or the root word rather for the word Chodesh means to renew or to repair something. And so this word is a picture of God taking the time and renewing it. So every month, every new lunar cycle, there is a new season. You know, I used to get kind of aggravated at prophetic people sometimes because they would always talk about new seasons, and every day it seems like there's a new beginning and a new season is happening, and they're always giving out words about new seasons are coming and all this. But when you begin to study out the Hebrew language, there's a lot of truth to that. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. However, the Bible says that He is the one who changes the times and the seasons. And so even though He doesn't change, He changes things. I always like to say that God is the change agent that never changes. So this word Chodesh in the Hebrew really exemplifies exactly what it is that God does. So let's look at this word in the Hebrew and break it down and see some very deep revelation on how God operates and changes the times and the seasons. So this word Chodesh actually begins with the letter Chet, which means new life and new beginnings, a doorway into those new life and new beginnings. And then we have the letter Dalet. Now, Dalet is the number 4 in Hebrew gematria, and 4 is a picture of a door. The Dalet is a door, or the door to the tent or the tabernacle. Now, the number 4 also has the connotation of earth, or God doing something in the earth. So if we're starting to put this together today, we have the Chet, which is an open door to new life and new beginnings. And then we have the Dalet, which is a door of God doing something in the earth or establishing something on the earth. Then we have the letter Sheen. And the Sheen, the original pictograph was that of teeth, and it meant sharpness, something cutting or sharp. But it also has a connotation of fire, and fire changes things. And it also can mean repetition. So the Sheen can mean change, repetition, moving something from one thing to another. It's a change or a transition. So when we put all of this together, we get a full picture of what this word Chodesh actually means in the Hebrew. Chodesh, or month, is a door that opens into a new change or a new season. Every month or lunar cycle is a changing of the season. So you remember when I said that a lot of times prophetic people, they will pick up on that constantly. It's always about new seasons. New seasons are happening. Changes are happening. Well, it's because God is constantly changing things and moving things around. So if you know and understand the time and the season that you're in, what God is doing right now and what God is getting ready to do, it can help you to prepare for the future. It can put you in a position where you can have an understanding of the times and the seasons like the sons of Issachar and what to do in them. Now let's look at the Hebrew gematria for the word Chodesh. Remember I said that the Chet was 8, the Dalet is 4, and then the Sheen is the number 300. So when we add up all of these numbers, the Sheen, the Dalet, the Chet, we get the number 312. What's the significance of 312, you might ask? Well, The number 12 is a number of order or alignment, governmental order, divine governmental order and alignment. And so we have that number contained within this word, Chodesh, or the times of changing of the seasons. And then we have the number 300, and 300, of course, is the Sheen, which means change or repetition. So when we put this together, every lunar cycle, God is realigning and bringing a new season. Now, the Gregorian calendar is a different thing because it doesn't go off of the lunar cycle. It goes off of a specific time period, the Gregorian calendar. But I'm talking about God's calendar today, what He has established on the earth. And if we pay attention to it, those months when they change, there is actual change supernaturally that happens on the earth. God is changing the times and the seasons with His hand. And so when we pay attention to this, we can begin to understand that as God sets up the times and the seasons, He's actually bringing the change. We're walking through a supernatural doorway that is open. See, the first two letters there, the chet being the open doorway and the dalet being the door, we see that it's open. So every Rosh Chodesh that we move into, that first day of the new calendar year, of the new calendar month in Hebrew, every one of those Rosh Chodesh is a special time where we are walking through a door into a new season in which God is changing things. Now, that is really good news because sometimes we feel like things are stagnant and it seems like certain months are better than others. Have you ever noticed that? That it's like God allows things to happen in the supernatural. Even demonic forces have to operate within the constraints that God allows them to operate. The times and the seasons in which God sets up, the demonic spirits are not allowed to operate outside of that. In other words, if God says, this is where you're going to be allowed to be located right now, and this is the only thing that you're going to be able to do, then that's where they have to operate. And so it's really interesting to me that if you move aside all of the Gregorian calendar stuff and you start to pay attention to the Hebrew calendar, certain specific events and significant events tend to happen on Rosh Chodesh, the changing over of the times and seasons. Now, here's another interesting fact about the word Chodesh. It equals 312. Well, 12 also happens to be the number of Chodesh within a calendar year. So when we talk about the Hebrew calendar and how the years change, think about it. 300 is change and how God changes things. And then we have 12, which is the full calendar year. So throughout these time periods, there's also the bigger picture of God changing not just the months, but the years. That's why the Hebrew calendar is so important. It's important for us to understand those times and seasons because God changes things and there's symbolic meaning even behind the years, not just the months. And so today I want you to be encouraged as you step into this new realm of revelation and to ask God to reveal things to you about the times and seasons and begin to study out the Hebrew calendar. And we've got a great way for you to do that through this ministry. It's called Cyber Hebrew. And if you will sign up for Cyber Hebrew, it's only $75 flat rate fee. Not only do we teach you the Hebrew language, the symbolic meaning behind it, and the Hebrew gematria, but we also talk about the Hebrew calendar. And I teach you some things about the Hebrew calendar, how to decipher the times and the seasons concerning that. So if that interests you today and God leads you to do so, we'd love for you to sign up for Cyber Hebrew. Also, if you feel led to sow into this ministry, you can do it at our website, www.gbreaker.org. Always greatly appreciate every seed sown into the ministry. I'm praying over every single one of those seeds. And I pray God's blessings on you today. Guess what? We're getting ready to move into a new Hebrew calendar year At the time of this filming of this video, we are coming very close to 5784. So very shortly, I'm going to be releasing the premiere video of the year. 5784 is coming. So get ready for that video. Be watching for it. Make sure you subscribe so you know whenever we release that video and others. I really appreciate you, all of our ministry partners out there. If you haven't become a ministry partner yet, would love for you to sign up to be one of those as well. Until next time, God bless you. God bless your family. We will see you all again very, very soon. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that notification bell so you can receive updates for when new content arrives. Also, be sure to visit our website at gbreaker.org. From there, you can learn more about Groundbreaker International, and if the Lord leads you to do so, you can sow a financial seed of blessing. Now, I would like to invite you to check out one of these other videos from Groundbreaker International's YouTube channel. Until next time, God bless.